Hey YouTube, I wanted to do a quick video on marketing. I am not an expert on marketing, but I wanted to share some of the things I'm doing to market myself. So the first thing you want to do, or that you should have, is a business card. Oh, it's blocked out. Let's see. Sorry, I have the other thing on. I have the on the blur mode, so it's to be a certain distance. So there's my business card. On the back, I have a QR code. This actually links to my website to schedule an appointment. So you can get a scheduling. There's a lot of scheduling websites out there that you can link your website to, and people can make appointments. I use Acuity scheduling. It works really well. And then I have some of the things that I do on the back. So I hand those out when I do loan signings, or somebody comes to do general notary work. They ask me for a card. I give them a card. I don't know how many of those I've handed out. I've only been a notary for 6 years, coming up on 6 years. And I probably handed out, I want to say maybe 2,000 cards. I don't know, somewhere in that range. Like every year I was buying 500 cards. So you do the math on that. I mean, I haven't bought cards in a while. So I think this is the last set I bought. I think I bought 1,000 cards and I'm still working through them. But I haven't since 2020, I really haven't handed cards out because of, people not wanting cards, or, just didn't want to touch things, just minimize that. So I haven't really done that. I'm starting to hand out cards again this year. Another thing I do, especially for loan signings and apostille work, is I give a thank you card. So these are the thank you cards I made up with my name, and this says, hey, if you like the service, give me a review, in small print, which nobody will read because it's super small. I took this as from a template, so I wasn't thinking this through when I made it, but I don't really care about that. This side, I really don't care what it says. It has my logo. It's this side that matters, because I have this barcode here that they can scan and review me, and then it says some of the things I do. And then this one right here is so they can store my contact information in their phone. So this side's actually the most important for me to emphasize with people. So those are kind of some of the marketing things I do. There are some other things like I made gift cards up. So on my website, you can actually go and check your gift card balance if you receive a gift card from me, or purchase a gift card, and I'll mail you a gift card. And that's just so that people can spend money at my business. So I had 500 of these plastic cards. They look like credit cards. I don't have one on me right now, but they look like credit cards. They don't have a barcode. They have a barcode on the back with a number that's sequential. So I start at one number and it just goes up. And so I just hand those out, and they're preloaded. Some of them are preloaded with $15, like for a notary signature. But if I hand one out, I was preloading them, and then I decided I'm not going to preload these unless somebody wants to put more money on it. Okay, so if I hand one out to somebody and they hand it back to me, a month later, I already know it's $15. I'm giving them $15. Okay, so I just, okay, it's $15, and I haven't had anybody buy any, extra money on these things, but I do always check it. So I go on my website, type in the number, and do a balance inquiry to see if there's any money on there. If it's not found, that means it's going to be $15. If it is found, it will tell me how much is left on the card. But that has been a fail. I thought it was going to be more. I thought I was going to hand those out and just have people flood my doors with these gift cards, you know, get a free notarization or a free you know, $15 off the live scan, you know, my rolling fee, you know. But it didn't work out. So I don't hand those out unless it's like I'm handing them out. I hand it out if I get really like somebody, you know, that I handed one out to a couple. I said, here's a gift card for next time. I think I did a general notary work. I said, yeah, just next time here's a $15 gift card. So they called me again, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months down the road, said, yeah, come on down. And I went down there and they gave me the gift card. Okay, $15 off, you know, no big deal. And I notarized everything. And, you know, so that's like the 4th time I've seen those people. And that's kind of one of the reasons I gave the gift card. It's like, yeah, you know, I want to encourage people to keep coming back to me. I don't want to do one and done. Because if you do that, if you have that kind of mindset, yes, if you're in a large city, you can have that mindset because there's, you know, if there's 1 million people, like if you're in San Francisco, it's like, yeah, I you know, if you don't come back to me, fine, I'll just get another person, you know. But when you're located in a smaller area, a smaller town or something, and there's maybe 500 people in the town, yeah, you want those people to keep coming back to you over and over and over, because if you piss somebody off, that's just going to get around and you won't have any business, right? So anyway, so that's all I wanted to talk about. That there's other marketing things that are available. There's people that do videos on Google My Business, which is good. I have one of those set up. I've done Yelp. Don't pay for Yelp. Okay, you can put a free listing there, but do not pay for Yelp. I don't care how often, how much they call you and promise you the world, do not pay for Yelp, okay? Because it's a review site, and if you don't have reviews, you won't get business, and you're just paying them money, okay? It's better to do Google. I paid for Google ads, and actually this last month, October, I cut off the Google ads, and I thought, because I was going out of town, so I'm like, I'm just going to turn this off because I don't want people calling me. I don't want to pay for that. So I turned it off probably the first week of October. And yes, I haven't gotten as many calls, but I'm still getting calls that's turning into business. So I kind of track this by my live scan. So my live scan, I'm hitting about 30 people a month. So it's tomorrow's going to be the end of the month. I'm at 32 live scans. So I'm actually doing better than I would have had I been paying for the Google ads. There's other things that you could do. You send out cards to people to thank them. I'm not diligent enough to make that worthwhile, but I am I'm on the subscription, paying $100 a month to send out cards, and I'm doing that. But you know, each of those cards that I send out, it's costing me, you know, if I do the math, it's probably $20 a card, you know, something like that. You know, yeah, it's a free card, but you know what I mean? $100, you know, you send 5 cards out, yeah, that's $20, you know. So you know, I'm trying to be better at that, send out cards and you know, see where that goes. I don't want to discourage anybody from doing that. It has to work for you. Okay. If it doesn't work for you, then you have to cut it off. And I'm at that point. I'm probably going to cut it off. Not saying that it's bad or anything. I mean, I want to still send cards, and I'll probably buy. I need to talk to the other notary that is a rep, and just because she talked about purchasing a bunch of cards and just handwriting the cards, and that's probably going to be the way to go for me, because then I could just have a stack of cards. I don't have to pay the subscription. I just have the cards in hand, and then I can just mail them off. If I forget to mail one, no big deal. You know, you go to the next one. So you can buy 500 cards and then, you know, hand them out, and then just replenish them when you need it. You can do that. You don't have to do it through send out cards. You can go to your local stationery store and buy thank you cards as well. But do you want to go down to the store all the time? I don't. And there's other marketing tips out there. Those are the few that I have that I'm actively utilizing. And I'm sure there's a whole load more. Oh, there is one other one. This is very critical. This is a new one for me. So I'm on nextdoor.com. If you don't know what that app is, that's essentially Facebook for your neighborhood, where people talk, I lost my dog, and some dog crapped on my lawn, stop doing, neighbor who has that dog, stop doing that, that kind of thing. So what you can do with them is, first off, I created my neighborhood, which is about 100 houses. So, but it gives you access to other neighborhoods around the area. And so what I did, I want to say maybe last year, is I have my name. You put your name in, and instead of just putting my name, I put my name - Notary Public. So every time I post something, they see Notary Public, Notary Public, and you actually will start getting some business from that. I had my neighbor come over yesterday to do a notary, and so that will work out in your favor as people know that you're a notary. The other thing that I started that is kind of new is I started a group for notaries. And so this group is, hey, any notary that's in my city and neighboring city, let's get together, and network. And so now I'm up to eight members in that group. And there's a new notary that said, hey, you have any insights? And I gave her some things to look up. Go to this, take this extra course, or do this or that or whatever, to help a notary out. And that's what we need to be as notaries, be a resource for a new notary or an existing seasoned notary. Let's try and work together and help each other grow. And that's the key. If you have the mindset that you're going to capture all the business that you can and not help anybody out, you will, not saying you won't be successful, but you will, I want to say you'll be less successful, as this is a relationship industry. So building relationships with the public, with escrow officers, real estate agents, etc. All those people that are affiliated with notary work, attorneys, etc. And that's it. Anyway, so those are my tidbits. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in you can comment on the video, hopefully now. Hopefully you can subscribe if you want to subscribe, and notification bell. This is the only time I'm going to even say that, because I don't really care if you subscribe or not. Okay. But if I'm bringing value to you and you appreciate it and want some more insight on notary work or live scan, fingerprinting, let me know. You can send me an email, call me, text me, leave a comment, whatever. And if you say, hey, I want you to talk about, I don't know, going to Alcatraz or something, whatever you want to know, I'll do a video on it. Whatever you want me to talk about. If I have any experience with it, I will talk about it. If I don't, I will find somebody that has experience with it, and we'll get them on a video and do a video on that. There's a lot of resources out there in the notary world on many topics, and I'm not an expert in all these topics. I defer to other people. I get trained just like anybody else. So, I'm just here trying to share my thoughts and what's working for me and what's not working. With that, I will let you be on to the next video. Have a great day.